Hey guys, what's up? Two Wheel Turbine. Today we're back with the Tesla Cybertruck. We picked up the Cybertruck just over a week ago, and within a week there's already 5 issues that we've kind of noticed during ownership. So in today's video, I'm just going to be going over briefly what those 5 issues are, and hopefully that this truck doesn't bring out some more issues into the future. But man, does it look cool. I don't know, something about seeing this truck up against nature like that just looks so weird. Complete opposites. But we're gonna hop in, we're gonna go for a quick drive so you can see what it's like driving it and talk about these 5 issues that I've noticed on the Tesla Cybertruck. All right, the first one, I was gonna hop in, but I was like, you know what, I gotta show you on the top. So whenever we came home, we kind of noticed that this panel right here on the roof, it was actually lifted up. And you can kind of tell, let me see, I'll try to point the camera there. It's not really aligned perfectly. And right here, it's not quite, as you can see how you can push it? You can push it down and it'll sit proper, but if you drive it for a little bit, it'll start to pop up. So this panel already on the roof is starting to lift, which is a bit concerning because it's like, there's quite a lot of panels on this truck. So how many more are potentially gonna be lifting? You know, with daily driving on the roads, hitting potholes and stuff, there's a lot of vibrations. So it's definitely concerning. Are we gonna see more panels start to potentially come loose? I mean, that panel that I was showing you guys there that lifted, that was like after 30 miles after taking delivery and already seeing that lift. That's a little bit scary. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, this panel right here, if we follow it up, I'll try to show you guys, the gap up here is quite considerably worse than at the bottom. But yeah, this panel, for some reason, I don't know how they secure it, if there's a double-sided adhesive or what. Towards the back, it's has great fitment. Oh, you know what? On the other side, this side is not as good towards the back. If you look, this should be flush, and it's not quite flush. Where the other side actually is flush, but this one has that gap, and this side still isn't quite perfect, but much better than what that other panel is doing. So yeah, that's the first issue that we've had at the Cybertruck, is just panels. I mean, especially with that one I pointed out, and you know, just overall fitment isn't great, which I guess is to be expected with Tesla, but I mean, should it be expected with the 6-figure truck? I don't know, let me know in the comments below. Should Tesla get a pass for this, or is this just unexcusable? All right, guys, so we got the first issue out of the way, which I was showing you guys, the panel lifting, a little bit concerning. The second one, which I didn't even think would be an issue 1 week into ownership, but it's the cameras. I really dislike the camera system that Tesla put in for this truck. Whenever you go to reverse, it's kind of dangerous because the reverse camera doesn't have any type of depth lines. So typically, you know, when you're reversing in pretty much any normal car, as you get closer to an object, maybe it'll be like a green line, a yellow line, and then a red line. And once you see that red line, you know that, hey, you're pretty close to getting to that object. But with Tesla, when I'm reversing, the camera doesn't show any lines, and it doesn't even have parking sensors. You know, it's so helpful when you're backing up and you hear those sensors kind of going beep, 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 beep. And I know some people in the comments below are gonna say, oh, you don't need a camera, you don't need a sensors. You probably never drove a Cybertruck. No offense. I've driven a lot of vehicles, but this truck, the way it's shaped, the way it's designed, it's pretty difficult to tell based on these small triangular mirrors, and you don't have a rear view mirror. You have a fake rear view mirror on the screen to tell how close you are while you're backing up, which is pretty concerning because you definitely don't want to do damage to the truck, and you also don't want to potentially damage other people's vehicles, or, you know, it could be anything. It could be a wall, it could be a house, the back of your garage. I just don't understand it because Tesla's known for being kind of like the highest tech in the industry. For things like this, they should be cutting edge. The camera should have depth lines, there should be sensors. I mean, it should be much better. It shouldn't leave any type of doubt whether you're about to back your $100,000 truck into some object behind you. Because yeah, the other day I was parallel parking, and my dad was watching from the side, And he was like, you got really close to our other truck. And I was like, what? On the camera, it seemed like there was a ton of space. So I don't know if it's a really crazy fisheye on that rear view camera, but let me tell you, that's a big issue with Tesla. I hope there's some software updates. I'm sure they could do it. They can update, I'm sure they can send an update over the air that allows you to have those lines, and then hopefully you would think there would be sensors. We'll see. Maybe with FSD coming in the next few months, the whole camera system is going to be much better. Another thing I forgot to mention in regards to the cameras was there's no 360 over top cam. For driving a big truck like this that's very awkwardly shaped, that most people when they hop into it, it's not going to be intuitive to park. It just isn't. You're going to have to spend some time. So having a 360 overhead cam would be so great. It's super common now in big SUVs and trucks. So I don't know why Tesla left it out on the Cybertruck. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the cameras. All right, guys, we'll let traffic pass here. But for number 3, the third issue that I've kind of seen with the Cybertruck within about a week of ownership is the screen itself is awesome. I love the size of it. Reactivity, all of that, quality is great. But the interface itself, to me, is not intuitive. It seems like everything's all over the place. Looking at the rear view mirror is just extremely disorienting and I think almost dangerous. It's just not intuitive. I keep trying to look up here and that tonneau cover is covering it. They should have done what GMC did, put a screen up here in the rear view mirror, and that works perfectly. Tesla, don't know what you're thinking. I don't know if there's a patent there, but I'm sure you guys could have figured something out. This is not the solution. And then just getting around everywhere, it's almost like you're on an old, to me, it's like on an old Windows system or you're using like a laptop OS, and you don't want to be doing that while you're driving. You want things to be very intuitive. So Tesla, I hope that there's some revisions made in regards to getting around the infotainment system. Getting to AC is not bad. That makes a lot of sense. But when you're trying to get to different media, I don't know. To me, it's not that intuitive. For a Tesla, it should be much better. And that's why it is number 3 on the issues that I've seen so far. All right, so for number 4, I know it sounds dumb and it's probably repetitive if you've seen a lot of Tesla videos, but keeping this thing clean is super difficult. And, you may just think, hey, just wipe it down. Like, you got a few minutes of your day just to wipe it down. But really, when you're driving a truck or a vehicle, sometimes you just want to get out, get in, get out. And this thing just starts to look, it doesn't look great when it's dirty. When it's clean, it looks awesome. You guys have seen it. But up close in person, you see all these oily fingerprints. Everything kind of gets onto the vehicle, like say you hit a bug, anything like that, your road grime. I don't know, it just shows itself quite a lot on the stainless steel body panels, or compared to say just a normal car with like an aluminum body and just typical paint. It hides it a lot better than what I've noticed with the Cybertruck. This thing seems to really show a lot of imperfections, but that probably just comes with the territory with stainless steel exterior, and you just got to put in more work to keep it clean if you care about that, or just drive it around as is. But that's number 4. All right, and the last one, I'm sure some people in the comments down below are going to say this is not a real issue, but I think as an owner of a Cybertruck, this may become an issue, and it's simply just the attention that you're going to get on a day-to-day basis. If you're on the highway, especially earlier on, people are going to be driving up, trying to fly next to you, get videos, photos. But the main thing is, say you go to park, for a restaurant or anything like that. If you're in a hurry, it might be difficult because you're going to have probably a lot of people coming up with you. Hey, can I take a photo with my kid? Can I get a photo with it? And they're going to be asking you a ton of questions. And and that's most definitely a first world problem to have, is to be annoyed by people interested in your truck. But I really think it is honestly an issue, especially if you're one of the early adopters of these Foundation Series Cybertrucks. I think you're really going to have to deal with a ton of attention. And if you're a type of person that doesn't like attention, it's going to be annoying. Myself, I don't care. I like to show people the truck and talk about it. It really doesn't bother me at all. I keep forgetting that. It's exciting to see other people excited for something that's so cutting edge and revolutionary. For some other people, it may be extremely frustrating though, driving the Cybertruck and constantly having people stop to talk. But yeah, guys, that's 1 week into owning the Cybertruck and just noticing some of these potential issues. None of them are crazy so far, but we're only a week in, so I'm gonna make sure to keep you guys updated. Probably do a month video, then maybe a 6-month or 1-year update. So if you want to see more content with the Cybertruck, and if you happen to like motorcycles and other cars, subscribe down below. Try to make content that just the everyday person can relate to. It's never going to be as fancy as all these like super edited videos, but it's just going to be real, talking to the camera and giving you guys the experience with these different vehicles. So if you happen to like that, subscribe down below, leave me a comment. And if you're a Cybertruck owner, let me know what issues you've had with your truck, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.